Next on the Love You More Show.
I wanted the divorce. Erica didn't want a divorce. I wanted the divorce.
Yeah.
And so at that time, I just felt like marriage was not what I thought it should be. When in actuality, I wasn't what I thought I should be.
Wow.
And so I was projecting everything on marriage. Everything I'm not is marriage fault. You know what I'm saying? You holding me back, just all that. And so we separated, and man, I gave her all the, everything. I just left, start all over for 6 months. We, separated, and then crazy part, I didn't put it in the special, but I ran into her like 2 or 3 times while we were separated.
Wow.
First time we was in a club, she in the club. That's why I tell her, stop feeling sorry for women. So it's a scripture, I don't know what book it's in, but it says something about your gift.
Come on.
It's gonna make room.
Yeah.
I don't know what room. One of the problems I think, or not necessarily a problem, but people, they don't like the room that they give have them in. Mm-hmm. Okay? So if you just doing churches, hey, that's the room your gift have you in right now.
Yeah.
So now I'm in theaters, getting ready to do my tour, when the church met the club, all these comedy clubs.
Yeah.
These are the rooms now that my gift have me in. I don't feel no type of way about it.
Yeah.
Like you just said, I'm about to cross over, but I'm taking a crossover.
Come on, bring it over.
I'm going in here because I think people, especially those that are not part of the church culture, they need to see people who in church, but regular. like I'm a regular dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not better, I know better, but I'm not better. You know what I'm saying? And so they need to see that come in there.
Yeah.
And watch this. Light shines, from what I hear, brighter in darkness.
Yeah.
So when I'm in these clubs, not drinking, not smoking,
Yeah.
not cussing, man, people like, whoa.
Yeah.
But I'm around it.
Yeah.
And I ain't criticizing or judging the people that's doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey. I'm not the convictor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not here to convict
my
you.
presence in itself had you like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, I think that's what it is as it relates to, what I've learned, from the church that I grew up in and my father's church.
Yeah.
I know who I am and whose I am.
Yeah.
I don't have to front. They say you know the tree by the fruit.
Praise God.
This is what it is.
I'm here.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. Now, I don't want no beer, but if y'all have a frozen margarita with a tahini rim,
right there.
yeah, I might have that. But yeah, I'm not but come on, man.
So now you in these arenas, do you have these moments? So I always like to build a bridge. I promise you, it's not about me, it's about marketing. I like to build a bridge with true stories. So I'm doing a Pretty Willie show.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting in this dressing room.
And congratulations on that 314 day too.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah, but go ahead.
It's like 1,500 people out there and they screaming and yelling, and I get finished and I'm like, okay, it's time to go. Of course it's raining. I'm like, well, let's just sit in here.
Yeah.
And just so many people were just coming.
Yeah.
Just for answers.
Sure.
And I was like, man, when I go into a church setting, man, if I'm preaching or teaching, I'd be like, because the Bible says, Proverbs 15:1, a gentle answer, they turns away round. I'd be like, they kind of called me.
They called me to do it.
To do the, it'd be a lady right there.
You didn't study with me.
Turns away round. I'm like, I know you know it, but they called me to say it this time. God bless y'all. But when I was there, they just had this. Everybody has this genuine
hunger,
like, hey, bro, you got the answers or whatever. And I'm just like, well, I'm still kind of regular. And then God said, but I'm not regular.
Sure.
I've set you in here to do this.
No doubt.
And so even with the team now, I'm building these bridges. And I'm like, hey, anybody who goes in here, I know some of y'all got little issues or whatever, but those get checked at the door. We're here on a mission.
No doubt.
So do you have any moments where you sitting in this theater and then you connect with somebody, they're like, you one of them ones. And you got to minister offline, and it's actually more powerful than some of the things you've done elsewhere.
All the time. That's the thing. I think you just said it. Like when I'm saying I'm regular, I know he's not.
Yeah.
But I'm saying what draw the people to me though is my regular stories.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They can relate to it. and then see something different. Oh, he moved a different way in this story. Then after the show, man, I get it all. Or they'll come to me, hey, bro, you saved my marriage. Or, hey, bro, I'm not with my baby's, my kid's mother, you know, we separated. But after what you said tonight, I'm getting ready to go apologize. I mean, I hear everything.
Yeah.
And so they asked me how, like you started out, was that hard to go back and all that? And I was telling them, nah, it ain't hard if you love her. I mean, if that's who you want to be with, of course, and things are not toxic or whatever, it's not hard, man. You got to swallow that pride.
Yeah.
If that's what if you want this lady back or you want your family back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What borders are you setting now that you're kind of moving to a whole nother sphere? Because, you know, now, you know, you always been a cool looking dude.
Yeah.
But I'm sure now to somebody like
Think I look better?
You like the money came now, man. Of God. I mean, your hair.
You see how I do it? I don't even do my hair no more.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta
Just wake up.
Let me show you what it is. See, Marcus, you used to come in and you be like, yeah. Now your neck loose.
I got
Your
the
neck,
loose neck.
your neck. This called, man. You laugh different.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like I always tell people confidence sells.
Yeah,
It don't
sure.
even matter. They be like, oh, he changed when he got the money. Like, you know how they make those memes and they like, oh, see, this how he look. I'm like, I don't really see no difference but confidence.
Yeah.
And confidence attracts a different group of people.
No
what
doubt.
borders and boundaries do you set for this next level for Marcus?
Man, definitely got to pray more. But here's the thing. Like for me, I was in an interview one time and they asked me, man, how do you handle, you know, the little celebrity or popularity, whatever, and how do you handle these women? I ain't never had a problem with women. See, people sometimes think because you now in the spotlight, it's a woman. You have a woman problem. That's been a problem since day one.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, maybe it's more now.
Yeah.
But that's out, man. From college, I ain't gonna say high school because high school, but college.
You
from
fine.
come on, man.
Come on, can't play
Come on,
with
what we talking about?
What?
Come on, you see what the Lord is doing. I mean, what we talking about? And so, what happens? What happens from?
You see what the Lord.
You see what the Lord doing. I mean, everybody wants you to be out, man. I had to learn how to make better decisions and choices. Yeah, man, you know, we can pray, we can fast, we can do all that. Guess what? She's still fine. She still look good.
Yeah.
And so at some point, you just make a better decision, a better choice.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, because that's the only thing. It's never been drugs for me. It's never been alcohol. It's never been nothing. If I ever had a vice, it's the natural one.
Yeah.
Women.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they don't go, they everywhere.
Yeah.
And thanks be to God that now I'm older. This ain't the 20-something-year-old Mark. Mark 52 now.
Right.
Yeah, Mark, I don't want to die. I don't want to die trying to chase a little thrill. You know, he died in the Marriott. He was in the Marriott and, you know, I don't want that. No, I want to die an old man with my grandchildren around me.
That's real.
Yeah.
When I was speaking to the men, Marcus, I met my biological father in 2020. Cool man.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of got a BOGO.
Okay.
So I was just looking for my mama, then
Yeah.
I got to buy one, got one free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my daddy was like, my brother was like, you know, our daddy, he still, you know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, well, you know, let's meet up too, you know? But it was like when I met him, I seen every part of me that I had fought.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you had the luxury, and it was a blessing to see your father, and you'd be like, yeah, I like that, but nah, I ain't gonna do it like that.
Sure,
you know what I'm saying?
sure,
You talk about it
sure.
when you got out the house, and you was like, I'm going to the safest place, home. He was like, you got one night.
One night.
All you got is one night. So
That's
when I
it.
seen that, like I tell the men, like I really found out what was chasing me.
Okay.
And the root of all my bad decisions
Okay.
was like, hey, you know, I was drinking a little bit.
Okay.
Not getting drunk,
I know,
but they're running
yeah.
the blood. They're running the bloodline.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, that's the border that I got to cut off. And then we just have a way with women.
Sure.
So it's like womanizing is in the family.
Yeah, my family too.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
man, okay. So when you see all of those things, I'm like, okay, it's important to know what you're going after,
Yeah.
but it's important to know what's chasing you too.
Sure.
So when you look at your life now at 52, like, what do you look and be like, man, these different issues may try to chase me, but they can't go with me to this next level?
Yeah. Repeat that question again.
Just what's chasing Marcus right now in the bloodline? You know, it might even be somebody say, Marcus, you know, when you finish all that, you got to go be a pastor. Is there something else?
Now maybe that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably it. Everybody want to make me a pastor.
Yeah.
They just, you know, I always tell people, just because you know a little Bible and you speak well and you may have a message with a joke, I'm not a pastor, bro. I never never been called. I tell everybody I broke the generational curse. You know, God called me back, said the wrong number. I mean, I got all type of jokes for it, you know, but so maybe that, but yeah, as of right now, Willie, just real talk, I think I've exercised all those things.
Yeah.
At least prayerfully, hopefully I have. Yeah, I think I have.
Man, that's dope.
Yeah.
You know, when I see you now and I'm able to see like the expansion of it all, you know, a lot of people don't know about you being a radio veteran. And like, you know, I grew up, you know, really watching I called you the live wire, the only person that I really connected with on the show, because I wasn't necessarily a part of the culture. I love Yolanda. You work with Yolanda Adams. Like, I love her as a person, as a singer.
Right.
But then when I would listen, I'd be like, yeah, they found one that's sort of like nearly off the wall. That's my type of Christian right there.
Yeah.
So when you are no longer on radio and now you got to go out there and kind of do it a little differently and come with new systems, what was that transition like for you and your family where you are touching 2 million people every time you crack a mic in the morning, and then suddenly it stops.
It's gone.
And you got to go back to Erica, you got to go back to the babies, and you got to go to this new drawing board.
Yeah.
A lot of men going into this new climate when it comes to economics. I mean, sadly enough to say, there are a lot of companies in these next few months, they won't exist.
Sure.
What is it like going back home and talking to her and saying, hey, you know, that was it?
Man, when we got let go from Yolanda's morning show, you know, it was a big deal because here I'm losing 6-figure salary, reach as relates to keep me booked with my comedy, 2 mortgages.
2 mortgages?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You had the business, the condo.
Yeah.
I told you I'd be father. Yeah. No doubt. I'm listening.
2 mortgages. My son was in private school. So this was a big deal. I mean, you know, I tell everybody, I was like, yeah, Lord, I don't really know what you're doing in this season. You know, I'm with you though, but and so you know, when that happened, I think the good news is for me was that, man, I was doing it before radio.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a working comedian, just not on that level though, as relates to finances and everything. But I was a working comedian, and I also knew, man, I have complete faith and trust and belief in God. I know He ain't gonna do me like this.
Right.
I mean, you know, I gotta deal with this, but He ain't gonna do me like this as it relates to it won't be a bounce back or anything. And so, you know, man, we had lost, and then and it lingered longer than what I thought though. Like, cause that was 16, so it wasn't until maybe around, I'm gonna tell you, about 2020. This when I knew God was like, got you. I go do this church in Birmingham, Alabama. I won't say the name, but the pastor was transitioning out. His son was taking over. And they booked me several times.
Got it.
And at this time, I'm just wondering, man, Lord, how you forgot about me? You know, I'm not depressed. I'm not nothing but, bro, is this the end? Or is this it? And so I had charged them $7,500, right? I was there for the weekend. I was there for Friday, then I did the church on Sunday morning.
Got it.
And Willie, after the first service, the pastor was like, man, Marcus, you're so funny, bro. Man, when you get home, take your wife out. He gave me $500. He said, just take her out to eat. I said, okay, appreciate it. Thank you. So they was like, they
That's a good.
yeah, it was
that's a
cool.
good
That was the
deal.
pastor. So they was like, hey, they want to give you some extra money. Had they gave it yet? I was like, oh yeah, pastor he gave it to me. You know, I'm thinking that was the 5.
Yeah.
So I do the second service. Our second service, the son now comes with a check. He brings the envelope, bring the envelope, and he said, man, we just want to bless you. You've been here over the years. This is a big thing for my father. So man, boom. I get the envelope, put it in my backpack. I go to the airport. And I done got an extra check before from a church. 1,000, 1,500, and thank you. I mean, appreciate all that.
Right.
I get to that airport. I open that envelope. 23,000.
Really?
Listen to me. It ended up being like a $30,000 weekend.
Wow.
Listen to me. I am boo-hooing, bro. Because not necessarily for the money. I'm boo-hooing because it was like God was saying, bro, you don't know how I'm gonna do stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, stop handcuffing me, boxing me. You thinking it's supposed to come from this way or that way.
Yeah.
Like $30,000. And man, from there, man, my attitude got right. Man, because it was just a reminder that, man, I'm God. I do what I want. I'm grown. I do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it.
Yeah.
And that's how I tell you. That's what I tell people. What's up with God? He grown. He's a grown man. He do what he want to do, when he want to do it, and how he want to do it.
Love you more, love you more.